Yes, guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel for 6 things that we learned from Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. Before we go into anything, please do smack a like on the video and subscribe to GBFC if you are new. Because look, if you're still watching me after the amount of sleep we've been able to be offered during watching Chelsea in the past month, then bloody hell, I appreciate you lot for tuning in. Thank you for watching the live stream. Make sure you check out the official second channel, More GBFC, link down below. Arsenal have beaten Chelsea 1-0 at the Emirates. But look, I'll tell you now, this felt to me like the scoreline could have been 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, the way that we were playing. You wouldn't believe, if you watch that match, that it was a London derby. The only yellow cards that we've got are for petulant moments, flying in here and throwing extra balls on the pitch and silly little moments of dissent. There wasn't really any fight today from Chelsea. And look, I am going to say today is on Enzo Maresca. I don't think he's getting the players to play with any real impetus, emphasis, potency. Like, I'm looking for words that I'm just, at this point in time, I'm not even just begging for results, because we won 4 in a row in the build-up to this game. But if anything, I'm begging just to see us make a little bit of effort. Do you know what I mean? So if I look at this screen here, we're just going to quickly have a look now. Arsenal 1-0. Looking at the momentum chart here, this is the Arsenal goal. Mikel Merino scoring from a header 20 or so minutes into the game. And look, there were moments here before Arsenal's goal where I'm looking at Sanchez, right? And I'm like, Rob Sanchez is back in goal and he's back kicking the ball into Arsenal players. He's back coming for crosses and flapping as if he's a bird flying through a sky on a game on your phone. And when the goal goes in, I'm again like, Sanchez has kind of gone for it. And then he's out of position and then the header loops into the back of the net. But look, the key thing here is from the moment that Arsenal scored, they didn't need to go out of second gear for the whole match. And if that isn't alarming, don't let where we are in the Premier League table right now cloud over the fact that when it comes to like being competitive today, Chelsea weren't even competitive in this match. If we take a look again here, we had a good spell of possession from about the 35th minute all the way up until half-time. We absolutely dominated the ball here. And then the second half, like, there was absolutely nothing to talk about in that whole second half. And this is what is really concerning for me. It's the fact that Chelsea are 1-0 down. This is a London derby. And I'm looking at all of these performances here. And I'm like, how is Rob Sanchez the highest rated player in this Chelsea team? Do you know why? Because we were useless. We were absolutely spineless, toothless, and offered nothing to the energy of this game. And I said it in the live stream. You need to have a little bit of energy, right? And what Chelsea did today is we channeled our energy by getting riled up. When the Arsenal fans started getting louder inside the Emirates, Chelsea started to get silly. We started to go with little pushes, make silly little fouls, leave a bit in unnecessarily. Why can't we channel this aggression into attacking? Why are we so why are we so possession based but do nothing with it? I do not care how much of the ball we have in terms of percentages. And look at this. Chelsea at the Emirates, 59% possession, creating an XG of 0.35, 8 shots in the whole game, like 508 passes. But like, I'm telling you now, man, more than anything else, that was boring. It was absolutely shocking. And look, we're 4th in the Premier League table. Newcastle with a game in hand now as well. They're only 2 points behind us. Like, we are today, Arsenal were there for the taking, I think. I don't think there was anything special about this Arsenal side whatsoever. So, without any further ado now, we're going to go into the boxes here in this 6 things we learned video. And look, I hate this. Before an international break, losing is the worst, particularly when it's like this. But box number 1 is a red for the word toothless. And we're not talking about the tooth fairies coming and dropping more money in there, because we're spending more flipping money, all right? But we have got absolutely nothing in attack right now. Cole Palmer today, let's be honest, we missed him. And I know that recently he's not been scoring. He's not been getting assists either. And he might have been a bit selfish in recent games as well, Cole Palmer. There's a lot of people saying he's bottled it and didn't want to play today. I am not going to go down those kind of conspiracy lines right now against Cole Palmer, who's been our best player and is our top scorer this season. I'm not going to go into that right now, but if it does turn out that's the case, of course I'll talk about it. But look, Chelsea today, unfortunately, it looks a bit Palmer FC again. And even though he's not been performing recently, Cucurella's been the man scoring the goals. Cucurella was also the closest coming to score today. How is it that after 1.4 billion quid is spent with another 70 million euros spent this week, how is it that Marc Cucurella, who is a left back, is the player that either scores for us when we score or looks the closest to scoring? The best chance we had was in that first half when Marc Cucurella's shot goes through David Raya's hands. It's almost a Sanchez-esque disaster from Raya. Other than that, Chelsea did not look like scoring for the whole game. We created nothing in the second half, apart from, guess what? A header from Marc Cucurella. I'm sick of this, man. Absolutely sick of it. Box number 2 is a yellow for Robert Sanchez, right? It could be a red because he kept giving the ball away. He kept flapping. But if it isn't for Rob Sanchez making that save to deny Merino in the second half, it's a brilliant save. And that's actually got him a yellow box here. Because at 1-0 to Arsenal, right, I'm sitting there watching this match thinking, it's only 1-0. We can just get an attack and we can get a goal. And the reason this feels, it could have been 5 or 6 and I would have probably been less angry. The reason I'm getting more and more frustrated here is because it was only 1-0. And Rob Sanchez was the man who made that save to keep Merino from scoring his second, to keep it 1-0. But did it ever feel like it was only 1-0? Let me know if I'm missing anything here in the comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. But it never felt like we were anywhere close to Arsenal today. The golfing class, when you look at the table, they're second, we're fourth. Yeah, we're 9 points behind them, but like, it was as if they were champions and we were like 16th with nothing to play for. That's the kind of energy and ebb and flow of this game. Chelsea today were absolutely toothless, but Sanchez kept us in the game with a good save. For me to give Rob Sanchez a yellow in a defeat tells you how little we've got to talk about here because of the lack of effort from this Chelsea team. Enzo Fernandez, I'm going to say credit to him before we keep going here, and credit to Cucurella as well. And Caicedo, who I thought Caicedo was good again, but he's always good, isn't he? The next game, the next box, red for Wesley Fofana. Fofana back in the team. Chelsea have only lost once this season when Wesley Fofana's in the side, but to me today, I think Fofana's lucky to not get sent off. I think he was letting the energy of the game get too much for him. And this is why I say when Chelsea have channeled that London derby energy today, if we're going deep and spiritual on you lot before an international break, why is it petulance? Why is it like silly little childish moments where we let Arsenal get under our skin? He was getting at Declan Rice a little bit. Declan Rice knows, because he's experienced, because he's a leader, he knows you can get under this Chelsea side because it's easy to. And I think today, more so than anything else, when I'm saying that I'm looking at the scoreline, I'm like, it's 1-0. It's 1-0. There's no one out there on this pitch saying, we have got to go for this. It's a London derby. It's Arsenal. No one. Absolutely no one. Box number 4 is a red for Christopher Nkunku. This guy is a ghost, and he's getting paid a lot of money to be one. Christopher Nkunku today chasing shadows everywhere. Even in the first half, when the majority of the time he's chasing, coming back. And I say chasing, that's an exaggeration. He's getting nowhere near. He's like running around, and Arsenal players are just walking around him. The amount of effort I saw from Nkunku today, I might as well have played. You might as well have played. What did he offer? Absolutely nothing other than shrugging his shoulders, putting his hands up like this, not getting on the ball. Like, he was absolutely awful. Chelsea today was so bad, man. So bad. Box number 5 is a red for Jadon Sancho. Again, bringing it back to box number 1, toothless. Creatively, nothing. Absolutely nothing. I mean, Pedro Neto didn't really do anything going forward either. He got a silly yellow card as well. Like, I'm literally just clutching at straws here as to who I want to speak more negatively about. Because Jadon Sancho did absolutely nothing as well. Reece James in the midfield, it didn't really work. There were moments positionally in that first half where I'm like, oh, Reece is looking like he's getting into more advanced areas. This could be good. But then whenever we get in good positions, we don't do anything with it, man. So if anything, we're going into this international break and I'm like, maybe this is a blessing that I don't have to watch Chelsea bore me to death for the next 2 weeks. And look, some people might say, Benson, you're spoiled. You're still in the top 4. Yeah, I know, but flipping it, why do I feel like we've just been, like, Arsenal didn't get out of second? I'm just so frustrated that we didn't really try. Do you know what I mean? Box number 6 is a red for Enzo Maresca because, again, the football is killing me. The football is frustrating. We created absolutely nothing. Yes, we missed Jackson. Yes, we missed Noni Madueke. Yes, we missed Cole Palmer today. But geez, man, when you look at that front line, Sancho, Enzo Fernandez, Nkunku, Neto, like, these are good players. These are good players. Why is it always side to side, backwards, backwards, backwards? And then this week, we've gone and signed Giovanni Quenda, 17 years old, one of the best attacking talents. Like, he's going to come here and get stifled. He's going to come here and get ruined. Like, what's the point if we're going to play this kind of football? Yeah, we want touchline wingers and all that. But we just go backwards every time we get the ball out wide. No one can take anyone on. So, yeah, I guess we need Giovanni Quenda, don't we? But don't worry, guys. He's coming in 2026. Flipping heck, man. I can't... This has pissed me right off today. I'm not happy. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. Fair play, Arsenal. Well played. But you didn't have to do much for it, did you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new. Check out the official second channel for all other football content.